Hey everyone, this week we're delving deep into Vancouver concert history with two trailblazing concert addicts from days gone by. One qualifies as a pioneer in helping develop Vancouver's early punk sound, that's Ron Obvious. Another is a great guy I work with by the name of Bob. We also look at a Vancouver band called the Albertans with their third LP out, that's called Dangerous Anything. We'll see what they had to say. Welcome to episode 27 of In It to Spin It. So growing up, I had a family friend named Ron who I knew was into music. I had heard stories from my mom about going to house parties with Bryan Adams, and I knew Ron was connected to that. It wasn't until years later I would find out Ron Obvious's role in Vancouver's music history. Have a look. So I believe Ron got on with Little Mountain Studios in 1976 here in Vancouver, but by 1977 him, Bob Rock, and Mike Fraser were recording some of the now legendary punk bands in Vancouver, laying down the foundation for all punk sounds to come out of Vancouver. Some great names in here, some cool albums. Barney Bentall, he also did the first album of, and Spirit of the West. Ron then moved on to set up shop at Warehouse Studios. He helped set up this from a sound to engineer's point of view. All the technical stuff, he set it up. He's also set up private studios for Mutt Lange, Katie Lang, Bob Rock, and Colin James. Also helped set up Armory Studios. He now lives in Gimli, Manitoba with Dragonfly Mobile Recordings, working with such bands as Mise en Scene, Little House, and Moontan. I'll link Moontan's Sabbath cover here because it's quite cool. They learned that because it's Ron's favorite Sabbath song. Growing up, I have fond memories of Ron coming over to my house and helping me set up my dinky little sound system. Seems that Zoo Station was his favorite for the benchmark of sonic quality there. He was nice enough in '96 to grab me a couple passes, one of which I've lost from the hip shows there in November. For a grad present, him and his wife Linda asked me which band I'd like to have a memento from. Guns N' Roses was it. Got this poster. And in '99 he was nice enough to invite me to Warehouse Studios while AC/DC was recording Stiff Upper Lip. Crazy stuff I saw in there. I'm sure I would have brought a camera if I was allowed. I remember cartons of cigarettes, like a pallet full of cigarettes. And I remember one of the members was into doing airplane models, and that was set up. But super cool, super nice thing of Ron to do for me and my buddy Don. So Ron obviously had an early passion for music, as evidenced here at this concert. He drove 10 hours to Cleveland with some friends to see Rod Stewart, Aerosmith, and Uriah Heep. He has an amazing website full of these pictures. Here's one from a Pink Floyd show in Hamilton. I will send you to the website shortly. Here is a Paul Revere and the Raiders ticket my mom attended in 1968. It's pretty cool. With this stub there was a piece of broken guitar, but it has since over the years gone missing, and the smashed guitar thing is confirmed in this write-up in the bottom left. Ron's second ever concert that he attended was the Rolling Stones opening concert for the Exile on Main Street tour. My mom was also at it, so here's her stub. I wonder if they know they were at that show together. I've never confirmed that. He's got amazing pictures, as stated. Here's Queen at the Coliseum in '77, just unreal. Here's a band called The Tubes playing the UBC Gymnasium, I believe. Blondie close-up face shots at the Commodore. Like I said, incredible stuff on this site. There's Bon Scott and Angus. This is AC/DC at the Coliseum, 1978. Wicked pictures. You can see them in full on the site. Did I mention Aerosmith was on the same bill there? We got some classic 80s Devo here at the Forum in Vancouver. We got the Boss at the Queenie in 1978. Would have loved to have seen that. Would have loved to have seen the Clash on stage at the Commodore. Security made Ron put his camera away after snapping this shot of Iggy Pop on stage at the Commodore. That's Loverboy on the left. Their first ever show was opening for Kiss in Vancouver. I don't know how you get that hookup that your first ever live performance is opening for Kiss, but Ron later worked with Loverboy in the studio, and that brings us full circle. So definitely check out his website. Some mind-blowing stuff there if you're a Vancouver concert fan. So huge thanks goes out to Ron for permission to use those photos in the show. Check out his website, amazing experiences and concert pictures there. We were just scratching the surface. Next we'll move on to my friend Bob, who I've met through a new job. We connected early and it wasn't before long until he spilled the beans about his concert going past. He's got an amazing ticket stub collection, which you will see now. The song is by a Vancouver band called Soft Serve. The song is called The Hike. Check them out too on their Bandcamp. Here we go. Pretty lucky to have seen the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour, their last show of 1987.
Dreams of tears, solar shine, walk for hours is perfect now.
Stevie Ray Vaughan in Vancouver 5 weeks before his untimely death.
Covers eyes. We got the time lo-fi noise. Simple days, master's still crystal on your neck. On the tops of perfect fit, glacier touch.
It's at this point in Bob's collection my jealousy factor goes through the roof. What a show this would have been. Bob was a big Dead guy. Here's his Vancouver to Vegas flight plans for 3 consecutive Dead shows in '92. Steve Miller Band opening all 3. Pretty nice. Lollapalooza '92 would have been a hell of a show. Produced 2 very iconic Eddie Vedder images from Thunderbird that day. Hell of a lineup too, as seen on the back of this shirt I recently found at Value Village for $1.99. Would have been a fun show. This was the scene from Bob's seat in Vegas in '93 for the Dead. He was at the very back row, but did eventually make it up to the front. Here he is in all his glory. Even got a Rolling Stone review cut out here. This is the infamous Shannon Hoon pissing on the crowd show, Halloween '93, opening for Lenny. Apparently he was bombing pumpkins into the crowd as well. This is the makeup show for that show, Tea Party opening for Blind Melon at the Commodore, sort of a We're Sorry show. So a pretty comprehensive look there at some insanely good '90s shows that Bob attended. Would have loved to have been there with you, buddy. Hope you guys enjoyed the look back. Huge thanks to Ron and Bob for letting me do that. But enough about the past, let's get here in the present with the Albertans and their third LP, Dangerous Anything. I caught up with them at the Cobalt. We'll see what they had to say right here, right now. Hey everyone out there, we are behind the Cobalt once again in Vancouver with Joel and Curtis, two members of the Albertans. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being here. What are we going to talk about today? I didn't know whether to introduce you as a Vancouver band or a New York band. What's the consensus? Coming out of Vancouver or coming out of New York? I've read both.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Full Vancouver, okay.
Yeah, for the past 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
We just travel a lot, so.
Yeah. Okay, because I saw you were like rated one of the best New York bands in a while.
That was when we first
Yeah.
met. We met in New York and
Yeah.
then moved back to Vancouver a couple of years ago.
So
yeah.
the last 2 years based out of Vancouver.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. You guys have been together for a few years. You're on the cusp of releasing your third LP, right?
Yeah.
Dangerous Anything.
Yeah.
Coming out in 4 days, September 10th.
Mhm.
Exclaim has been streaming it for the last week. I really like what I'm hearing on there. It's cool stuff. Sounds like you guys are evolving sonically from your past couple of records. Talk about that evolution.
I think it comes down to everyone in the band finding their own voice during the writing process.
Okay.
Yeah, so and a big part of that too was working with Josh at Nordic Sound.
Josh
in
Stevenson,
Vancouver. Yeah.
New Sensei.
Yeah.
we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a really comfortable space.
Yeah.
And it just gave us like the time and the mental ability to create some new
Explore
sounds.
some new sounds and textures.
Yeah.
Definitely some haunting sort of ambient, dreamy stuff on there. It's really cool. From Begin the Big End is a nice one, into the Waterbeds, which kind of has a Soons vibe going on in there.
Yeah.
And the album closer, Black Moon, is great. Do you guys have any favorite tracks off the record and some stories behind them that you'd like to share?
Oh, I like. There's a moment. I like Waterbeds. That track. It's it was one take and it was like a, you know what Curtis said about kind of we all found our voices.
Yeah.
And that track is representative of us trying to communicate with those voices.
Yeah.
Not quite making it, but the interaction is interesting enough.
Yeah.
And it kind of survives. And then there's a moment in that song that I like a lot that it's kind of, I said before, it's like the stomach of the record.
Yeah. Well,
where
it's 5+ minutes.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know, it's weird shit. And like, I don't know. It ended up being something different than
Yeah, and I don't think anyone was really comfortable in that song. when we
yeah,
recorded
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So it feels
We
good
were
to
all, we
listen
were
to.
kind of, trying to be comfortable.
Okay. Casual Encounters is a song that has a local connection with our man Tim the Mute.
Yeah.
It's on the Kingfisher Blues Singles Club, which we've featured a lot on the show here. Tell us about your involvement with the Singles Club and how that song got chosen for.
Oh man, we lucked out because Josh, our producer, suggested contacting Tim about doing some vinyl, and the second I talked to Tim, I didn't even get to meet him. I was traveling, and then I was in Portland. The second I talked to him, I was like, "Oh, we got to do this."
Yeah.
So he put out this song,
Yeah.
7-inch on the Single Club, and then he's releasing our 12-inch, too, which
That's
is
cool.
It's been great. Kingfisher Blues.
Is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that song's cool. It's got sort of a loop, very strange sound going on throughout it. What is that?
Well, there's a keyboard line.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's nice. And your album's also coming out on Ernest Jennings Record Company.
Yeah.
Where's that based out of?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay.
Huh.
So the New York connection thrives on. Okay. We've got some friends over there. Albertans fans already. That's all I really have for you guys. Short and
Okay.
sweet. Have a great
Thanks.
show tonight, and good luck with the record release, September 10th. Dangerous Anything, coming from Funny Bones, right? I saw the book in there.
Yeah,
on the list.
yeah, good call.
Cool. Thanks,
right.
guys, for
Thanks,
being
man.
here.
Cool.
All right, done. He's eating.
What a fun.
He's so adorable.
He peed in the house earlier.
Yeah, they do that too.